Sharper Point Commentary, presented by Schwartz Laser Eye Center.
It's Easter weekend, a time for Christians to celebrate the basis for their faith. When I was a kid, Easter Sunday usually meant I was putting on a tie and going to church with my grandparents, followed by a basket stuffing Easter egg hunt and some face stuffing.
Pineapple glazed hams, red potatoes, seasoned vegetables, and some dinner rolls.
Yummy. Some face stuffing's already going on at my house. My wife asked me last night if I wanted her to save any of the hot cross buns she and our two daughters are making this morning. I said, no thanks. The amount of carbs they contain makes hopping down the bunny trail harder and harder. For many, Easter weekend marks a time for renewal because it means spring is getting really real and our sizzling summer's not too far off. If you're new to the Valley, things are kind of backwards because you still do spring cleaning, but not to get that winter muck out of your house. You spring clean so that you have a pristine home to hole away in when it's 6,000 degrees outside. Usually Easter weekend is still cool enough to do some major outdoor egg hunting, but occasionally in the past, the Easter Bunny has been able to drop uncooked eggs in Arizona backyards and they're fully cooked by noon. That won't be the case this weekend because Peter Cottontail will have to use some of Santa's secrets to get into our home so he can set up an indoor Easter egg hunt. We have an 80% chance of rain in the valley for this year's Easter. Luckily, that bunny's big enough to not have to worry about getting blown away with the winds that'll precede our rain. I will issue, however, a wind warning for the Tooth Fairy. She'll be grounded this weekend for those who believe in her. But no matter what you believe in, whether that's Jesus died and was raised from the dead as Christians celebrated Easter, or whether it's a different understanding of a higher power, a creator, or spiritual force, studies show that people who have some sort of belief are happier people. The Handbook of Religion and Health, published by Oxford University Press, reviewed 326 articles that studied the relationship between health and measures of, quote, religiosity and subjective well-being, happiness, or life satisfaction. And it found that 79% of those studies report that religious people were happier, while only 1% reported that they were less happy. There was a time when I thought that religion had a negative net impact on human history. Yes. Many wars were started over religious differences, but those wars weren't started by God. They were started by men who ignored the fundamental teachings of all major religions. Be kind to other people, take care of the less fortunate, and don't steal other people's stuff. All the things we basically learned in kindergarten. So if you feel like going back to pre-K or kindergarten, maybe stop by a house of worship in the near future. And listen to what's said from the pulpit, as opposed to what some people say is driving them to take other people's lives. Because that's not God.